Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. So today I want to go over this stubby quarter-inch icon ratchet. This thing I think just came out today, if I'm not mistaken. I happened to see it, online. I went to my local Harbor Freight, and as usual with brand new tools, they didn't have it on the shelf, so I had to ask one of their associates, which are always helpful, to see if they had it in stock. The second I asked for it, he started laughing. He said, "Yeah, we saw those come in last night," and they were all kind of laughing at how small and stubby this thing was, and they didn't even realize that it was coming out, at least on my Harbor Freight. So he charged me for it. They went back and they found one and got it for me. So if you guys are looking for this, the item number, let's take a look here, is right there, 70449. So maybe either go online to see if your local Harbor Freight has it, or better yet, give them a call, because sometimes that's not fully accurate, and just let them know it's in the back and they should be able to go grab it for you. So speaking of the packaging, let's kind of go over that first. So as you guys can see, I've already kind of opened it just to check it out, because these things tend to be kind of a pain to open, and I did not want to do that on camera, because things could go badly. So right here, quarter-inch drive icon. This is I guess the model number, R1ST. Right over here, G2 2 5/8 stubby ratchet. Split pawl technology for ultimate strength and lifetime performance. And then going to the back, same thing up there. Fully sealed head, keeps debris out for longer tool life. One thing about these guys, if you have tried with the G2 ratchets, is they use a lot of Loctite on there, so you gotta be careful with that. 72 precision machine teeth for a tight 5-degree swing arc, so similar to the Dual 80 on Snap-on, which the quarter-inch is actually 72 teeth, not 80 as the name would imply. Durable nickel chrome poly gear for superior strength. And then right there, designed in the USA, manufactured in Taiwan, pretty much like all of their other icon tools. So it comes with this little thing right here. I usually kind of just toss these, or just store them away. Take up a lot of room for something this small. So this video today will probably be relatively pretty short. Just kind of wanted to show what they have. They did come out with a few of these today. I think the only ones that were launched, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, were the quarter-inch, and I know they're coming out. I'm sorry, the quarter-inch and the 3/4 inch, which is a massive one. For me personally, I barely use half-inch, so going to 3/4 is probably not something I'm going to need. But they launched this guy. They launched a shorter version of this guy. I think that was a 6-inch version, non-flex head. But I already had the Gen 1 of that, so I didn't want to spend more money on that. Who knows if I'll upgrade in the future. But I wanted to kind of show you a few of the different icon tools, Gen 1, Gen 2, and then a Snap-on, since these things are always compared to Snap-on. And a lot of these, the internals, you can actually swap out with a Snap-on Dual 80 and it'll still work for you. So let's kind of take a quick look. So you guys can see how ridiculously small that is. I know Doc over at Last Best Tool has taken some icon ratchets before and just cut them down to basically make something like this, because Snap-on has had this for a long time. But if this was a Snap-on ratchet, this thing would probably be over $100, which is pretty crazy for something of this size. But something nice to have. I can definitely see myself using it, because a lot of the projects that I do in my garage tend to be on the smaller side. The gear sound very nice, definitely less back drag than the Gen 1. Although for all the bad talk about the Gen 1 ratchets, I got one right here. This is a 90 tooth on there. I found that if you were to take this thing apart, which these ones were much easier to take apart, you fill it with some super lube that they sell at Harbor Freight. And this is the same exact stuff that Snap-on sends you when you're rebuilding a kit anyways, that you pack that in there, and these things, the back drag basically lessens significantly if you were to do something like that. So, they have... This again is a Gen 1. They have something similar like this that just came out today. I didn't want to duplicate all of my ratchets. If you guys have seen my videos in the past, you know how many ratchets I have, and I don't need to go buy a bunch more ratchets. So I'm trying to be disciplined and only buying things that are kind of unique or different than what I already have. And I did not have something this stubby. So let's kind of compare it to the other ones here. So again, 72 teeth right here. And then you have the Snap-on. This is just the T72, but it's the industrial finish. And this one, as you can hear, this one's been heavily used, by me. so it sounds, you know, a little bit more kind of broken in than the other one. And this thing has also been lubed not that long ago as well, but you know, not that dissimilar. When it comes to size, as you guys can see right here, see if I can get a picture, they are almost identical in thickness right over there. And then let's take a look at the head size. It is, again, I mean, pretty much identical there. It'd be hard pressed without the logos to tell you which one is which, especially with that matte lever right over here as well. So again, you can kind of see where they were, let's call it, inspired to make these guys. And I'm very glad personally that they went away from the 90 tooth and went back to the 72 and 80 on the larger ones. You know, I know there's been a lot of issues with the 100 tooth snap-on ratchet, and you know, maybe it's just in my head, but I always feel like the higher the tooth count, the more likely it is to slip on, you know, a really heavy load. But that could just be my my bias on that. So, and then this one right here is one of kind of the original Gen 1 or Gen 2s that came out a few months ago. And, you know, it's pretty much identical, although it is, let me see if it's the same exact head pretty much. Yeah, it looks like it's the same head, you know, on there, where it's just, you know, obviously shaped a little bit differently to get that flex head that I believe they borrowed over from Matco. So the head is basically snap-on and the locking mechanism is basically Matco. So this retails for $29.99. And as you guys probably know if you're watching my channel, Icon does either 35 or 40% off of all ratchets at least once a year, sometimes twice a year. So while $30, I mean, it's not a horrible price to pay for this, considering that a snap-on version would be at least 3 to 4 times this price. I would definitely wait for that sale, although I'm sure these things are going to sell out pretty quickly, at least for the next few weeks and few months until they really are able to get the stock up. But this thing, if it was like, say, with a 40% off, if it was $18, this thing would be a no-brainer. At $30, definitely something to think about. You know, I just bought it just because it happened to be, you know, released today, and I was going to Harbor Freight, you know, anyways. So something to kind of keep in mind. So I think this is, you know, a decent little ratchet. I know there's been some comments on the short that I released earlier of saying, you know, these things break and stuff like that. But if you guys have seen, you know, other channels, you know, I don't sit here and pretend I am an expert on all of these things, especially when it comes to the actual testing of these guys. You know, I defer that over to the Torque Test channel and other channels like that that actually have machines that can look into all of that stuff for you. And you guys have probably seen that these things have held up very, very well. And again, even if it's giving you 80 or 90% of the performance of something like this, but it is at a quarter of the cost, I still think that's a pretty good value proposition myself. So, you know, tell me, what do you guys think in the comments? Is this something that you guys are planning on picking up? And if you're planning on picking it up, are you willing to pay the $30, or are you going to wait until it basically drops down to the 18 or 20 or so when it's on sale? And this is kind of what it looks like with a socket on there. And honestly, this is how I kind of plan on using it, is just kind of having it in here with, you know, this is my trusty 10mm socket. And, you know, you can have something that can get a little bit of torque on, and when you're working on things that you just want them to go a little bit faster. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Please like and subscribe.